This episode is brought to you by Shopify. Upgrade your business with Shopify, home of the #1 checkout on the planet. Shop Pay boosts conversions up to 50%, meaning fewer carts going abandoned and more sales going cha-ching. So if you're into growing your business, get a commerce platform that's ready to sell wherever your customers are. Visit shopify.com to upgrade your selling today.
This episode is brought to you by Allstate. Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check the date of the big game first before you accidentally buy tickets on your 20th wedding anniversary and have to spend the next 20 years of your marriage making up for it. Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Savings vary. Terms apply. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Northbrook, Illinois.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Dice Roll, the Queerest Pathfinder Podcast on the planet, where we answer hard questions like, what are the deific boons and curses you would dole out to your followers? Okay, so picture this. You have recently ascended from mere mortal to godhood, right?
That is a mistake, but go on.
Well, you could say that for many deities. The War of Immortals has happened. A lot of gods are dead. They're looking for new ones to fill in the spaces. You can choose a domain if you so choose, like if you desire. But really, what's the problem here is one of your loyal, planar servants, like an angel or a demon or what have you, has come up to you and been like, "Look, you've gotta have some boons and curses that you're gonna throw at people who make you happy or really piss you off, right? And they've gotta be on team for who you are. You can't just be like." I set them on fire, because no, unless you're a fire deity, you've got to find something, bitingly ironic, So just to go with me, right?
Mm-hmm.
I reckon I'd probably have some sort of storytelling team, because that's basically all I fucking do. So I reckon I'd probably be doing something like, followers who I like. I'll make it so that they can perform storytelling better, or that they might have that people might hear about them easier and their names stick in people's minds. But if you cross me, I might say, if you kind of peeve me off, I might make it that people hear only the bad stories about you. Or if you really piss me off, I might be like, I don't know. A terrible, rocks fall, you die. A terrible monster starts chasing you every other day, and it's just calamity after calamity of misadventure, because I'm and a giant mantis jumps out because I said so. Fuck you.
Pretty good.
That's me. If I had to just pick shit out of a hat, that's me, right?
Yeah.
Well, you guys, what does your gut tell you?
That's a good question. Oh, fuck. I feel like this is a bad question to answer me, to ask me specifically, because you know that I'm gonna say I'm the god of gay sex.
I mean, that's your prerogative. If you want to say that you're the god of men taking up the ass, that's fine. If that's truly what you believe exemplifies you as a person is gay sex, that's fine.
It's funnier that way.
So what? I'm really scared for these boons and curses now. Boon, you're always lubed up.
I was literally about to say that.
Oh my god.
My boon
This is the
that
best friend telepathy going on right now.
my boon is that your grinder goes off more often, and my curse is that you only have crushes on straight people.
No,
Ooh.
that's cruel and unusual.
Ooh.
I think it's pretty funny.
It's pretty good, is what it is.
It is pretty funny. You just don't piss off God Ritz.
Don't fuck with me.
Don't fuck with them.
Don't fuck with grits.
Alright, well.
Oh, what the fuck? I suddenly developed feelings for a straight man. Dave, what happened?
I didn't do anything.
Dave, would you prefer men or women? Speak clearly. I'm kidding.
Jeez.
Great
make that
news. Great news. I don't. There is no attraction that I have that is heterosexual.
True. Okay. What about you two? What would you be? What would your area? It doesn't have to be serious. It can be stupid bullshit like Riss just did. Although Riss's one was very serious, so I don't know.
Why don't you go fucking kill yourself, alright? I'm tired of being not taken seriously because I give honest and true answers that really mean things, alright?
Sorry, man. Didn't mean to upset you like that.
Well, you did.
I will. I have things that I like more, but this answer is funnier, and it's that
Okay.
I would be the god about fandom and stuff, and the curse is
Love
that
it.
discourse is coming straight your way, and it's gonna make you mad. It's it's the type of thing where it's like, oh, I believe this about this character, and you're gonna get everyone you find is gonna have a different opinion to you, and it's gonna be the kind of opinion that makes you really mad. And the boon
Major
is that you
curse
find,
call-out post.
and the boon is that you find really good art. You find really good art in fanfic.
You're struggling not to say you find really good smut. I know this to be true.
I'm kicking you down the stairs.
Ah!
And yes, and so what? And so what?
You find spanking art of your favorite character all the time.
Shut the fuck up.
Nirvana.
Honestly.
I think mine would be. It's gonna start out really serious, but I think the anathema is probably gonna be a little,
Okay, I'm really into this.
probably like something that has to do with signs, symbolism, and like opportunity.
Love that.
So boon is probably something along the lines of like, follow the set signs. Like following set signs means that the opportunities get presented to you more and more, and they're obvious.
Love
So it's like red
Can't miss
flashing
them.
signs. You can't miss them.
Yeah. It's like in fucking Oran Academy. Well, every once in a while they want you to be looking at thing to like have a flashing sign appear over it. Except,
Yes.
Yeah. I love
Yeah.
that. Okay.
And the curse
Mm-hmm.
may or may not be a little bit of gaslighting.
Bruh!
Bro!
Lol.
It may or may not be, hey, you didn't follow the sign. Well, here's this one, but is it really for what you want? Is it though? But is it though?
Oh, that's good. I like that. I'm so glad you gave, because like I was here thinking like, shit, I'm gonna have to revise mine saying the god of wizards and my fucking curse is your cock explodes or something. Thank you, Luna, for making.
I think you should still change it to that.
That's pretty good. I'm starting to. Ooh, can I be a god of two things?
Yeah.
I mean, they
I'll
all
be
have
cute.
multiple domains.
You know what? I'm the god
Oh.
of storytelling and wizards.
Wizards.
Wizards. Okay. Well, that's enough of that shit. I'll add you guys as gods to the games if one day, we can pass the Starstone. That'll be fine.
That's
There will
Um,
be no consequences to letting me play a god.
Okay, I believe
I
that.
believe you. That makes sense. Fellows, would
Hey,
you like to hop into character?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, when we last left our adventurers in the Abomination vaults, Fiore, Silk, and Ulrich ventured through the cramped tunnels of the laboratory, seeking out Jafaki the Fleshwarper. As they made their way through tunnels, they encountered some familiar faces. Dromai, the Hell Kobold, who was eagerly telling people about the fact that the Ghost Walk was down. Wanda, the Wandering Machine, the vendor who sells magic items in a bid to be free of something. And, unfortunately, a Sugati Fleshwarper, working on another monstrous Fleshwarper, separate to the Shangri-La behemoth you saw in the arena before. This terrifying creature proved to be the undoing of its master when you tricked it into entering into the arena itself. After a little bit more exploration, you finally came to the doors leading into the lair of Jafaki themselves. What lies on the other side? What horrors await you? The only way to find out is to venture forth. So fellas, shall we venture forth?
We shall.
Alright.
We've been in this laboratory for long enough. Let's kill this fucking centipede.
Yeah, gotta die.
So, shall we begin?
Okay.
Fiore, Silk, and Ulrich. The three of you are standing in the hallway that leads to the magnificent double doors marked as the main laboratory. By now, you have totally explored this map, and you've looked in every nook and cranny. This is the last place Jafaki could be, and judging by the green flashing lights coming from underneath the doorway, this must be where the fleshwarper works. How are you three doing as you stare it down?
Well, you know, it's going.
There's some nerves there, a little bit.
Yeah.
Just a little, though.
I think it's like the kind of nervous, like, Fiore is pretty confident in himself and his friends. It's just kind of the nervousness that comes with knowing you're about to start a boss fight as opposed to, like, running into the boss fight.
Yeah. I'll be so honest with you. Silk does not want to be here. Shocker, right? He doesn't want to be in the gross fucking laboratory. But he's not happy. He's not jazzed.
This is certainly not exactly a nice place to be.
Quite frankly, it fucking sucks.
Well, as you three stand in front of the doorway in, what do you do? What do you say to each other?
Fiore looks back and he's like, everybody has all their spells, everything, potions, whatever they need.
Well, as you three stand in front of the doorway in, what do you do? What do you say to each other?
Fiore looks back and he's like, everybody has all their spells, everything, potions, whatever they need.
Most likely. I sure hope so. And he's like checking himself. I'm good. I'm good.
I think so. Pretty sure. I don't know that I'm mentally fortified, but I don't suppose that's entirely important.
Certainly you know that you're going to see some disgusting stuff in here, almost certainly, right?
Yeah.
Like, you've seen bad stuff everywhere. You can't imagine that this is going to randomly be nicer. This is the big bad of the laboratory, and the laboratory's kind of been the most disgusting floor so far, so...
I mean, yeah. The lab for making gross, fucked up abominations is not going to be pleasant. Shockingly.
Well, one way or another, you are now standing in front of those doors. And there are flashing lights coming from inside, right? And that would imply that there's someone actively in there. What the fuck do you guys do?
Any strategy we should go for?
Well, the same as it always is. We fight, and stay behind me, please.
You don't have to ask.
Well,
I'm not sure how much more we can prepare.
well, it's likely that he's working on something in there. So if he starts activating things, should we just focus on him, maybe?
Yeah.
Mm.
Shall we?
Ugh.
The sooner we deal with
Sure.
it, the sooner we can get out of this specific area.
I know. And Silk unsheaths his Nightmare's Lament.
Let's go. Ulrich, I mean, the door's probably locked. This is his personal laboratory anyway, so...
You did get keys from Sugati, but, you know...
Who has the keys?
I think that was you, Fiore, actually. I think you have a shit ton of keys.
I do have some keys. I just
The
wasn't sure if I had
Keymaster.
them. Well, I have the rusted ring of keys and then a 4-pronged key that I used. A tarnished silver key?
Yes, the tarnished silver key. Fiore, as you go through your keys, you see one that looks very familiar. It looks exactly like the keyhole. You have the way in.
Oh, look! And he looks proud of himself as he pulls the key out.
Ah.
He goes to unlock the door.
Fiore, gently, you unlock the doors. Is it time to push in?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, why don't you make your way inside?
Okay.
My lord.
It looked like he had a leather jacket on.
Bro, it was at Leather Night.
God.
You swing the doors open, and what you see inside is shocking. Literally. Books, glass bottles emitting smoke, and clumps of slime fill the shelves that cover the high walls of this chamber. The southern area displays the dissected remains of several creatures, pinned to a wall like rare and unusual specimens. There are several tanks full of floating silhouettes, kept in stasis by mysterious green liquids. The head of a morlock, however, somehow kept alive through some mechanical means with tubes and wires connecting to its neck, screams a constant hoarse note. This is some fucking Castlevania shit, what you're seeing right here. And slithering through the many tables of serums and stuff, you see the Fleshwarper General.
Actually, that's a worm.
They are unlike the Sugati you've seen so far. For one thing, they are markedly bigger. Their jaws protrude longer and sharper. Rather than that pale, lumpy green, you have an almost smooth orange exterior. They wear 2 belts kind of around their neck section, which hang like bags filled with alchemical vials. And their eyes, their green eyes, are so much more intelligent than those of those you've seen before. You kind of see them skittering. You know when you look at someone through like glass bottles and they look like their head's really big and then they're really skinny in the next one?
Yeah.
That's how you see them at first, kind of like slithering through these tables and these experiments. And then they kind of perk up and they look over to you. And they rear up to stand maybe 8 feet tall, observing you over their experiments with such bright eyes. And in your head, by now you've become kind of accustomed to the telepathy of the Sugati, but this one it's different. It's somehow softer. And they speak and they say,
"Ooh la la, it appears we have our guests at last. I was wondering when the Fogfen Few would grace me with their presence."
Well, surprise.
It is no surprise, I'm afraid, my friend. You really should have come for me on the first day, because now I've had time to prepare when my fellow scientist was slain by your blade. I have been hoping you'd come this way. Allow us to have more formal introductions, no? We are civilized, are we not? Let me come take a closer look at these perfect soldiers.
You can stay right there.
that's not stopping them. They are skittering forward a little bit.
So steps back.
Fiore is standing in front of both of them, sort of protectively.
As Jafaki here skitters down the stairs towards you, slithering through the many potion tables, they kind of call out and says,
Do not flee, my friend Silk. Come in deeper. We have much to discuss, no?
There's a reason we've been reluctant to see you. You're very something.
Oh, please, I would love to hear what adjective you would use to describe someone quite like me.
Repugnant?
I will take it with pride.
And as they say that, they kind of pull a lever on the wall with their tail, and the doors slam shut behind you, and you hear them locking.
God damn it.
I'm afraid I can't have you escape. After all, you three are the breakthrough I have been looking for.
I don't think so.
But I do. And ultimately that is what matters most, no?
I think you're missing a few steps, but the train of logic
No,
is
I think
interesting.
you have misunderstood exactly my goals. And that naivete is what has brought you directly into the laboratory.
Right.
And they kind of skitter out to the side, and they pick up a few potions and start kind of swirling them around.
Is there anything I can get you as we discuss? I would most enjoy speaking with you calmly before we must get to the business aspect of our job. You surface dwellers, you like water, yes? We have water if you want some.
Most living things do. I don't want your water.
C'est tragique, non? Alors, I sense that you are not interested in engaging in good faith discussions, so perhaps it is wise of me to simply monologue to you.
Go ahead, we'd like to hear it.
Let me ask all three of you, what is it you think I am doing down here?
Creating really awful abominations, right? You like to play a doctor?
Perhaps, but to what end?
Well, for the extermination of whoever's above.
To invade the surface? To what end, I ask again?
I don't know what you want with the surface.
It's a question we had for you.
I don't...
And I think he starts to skitter closer to you all. Not in a menacing way. Like, Fiore, as soon as you brandish a sword, you see him hesitate and then pull back, and they kind of slink around so they're closer to Ulrich and Silk. And one of their tentacle-like tails traces under Ulrich's chin.
Whoa.
Fiore push, like, he's like, don't get that close to them.
Ulrich is recoiling.
Silk pulls Ulrich towards him.
You really do have such soft skin,
Good
Monsieur
God.
Reveral.
I can thank routine and the fact that I never get close to anything associated with you.
But it is also that you were born very lucky, no? You want to know why I am creating an army of fleshwarps? Why I am seeding a way out of the vaults? You assume most likely that I am interested in domination, but no. Mais non, why would I be interested in domination? I am not a warrior. I am no general. I'm certainly no king or queen. The gender binary has very little to do with our kind.
That's good to hear.
By the way, my pronouns are they, them. Anyway,
Fantastic. Thank you.
I encountered Madame Belcorra very shortly after she began digging the vaults. She saw the experiments I did on the creatures of the Darklands and was most intrigued. We spoke for a while, and she offered to pay for my experiments on one condition: to create the perfect soul gel. You have met some of my creations out there, no?
Yeah. It's horrible what you're doing, and you should stop.
If you'd like me to be frank, I think that you're wasting your time. Clearly you don't have much talent for it.
A schoolyard insult, very nice. The stories of the surface elves were not exaggerated. You are arrogant, are you not?
A little bit.
And Monsieur Reveral, what did you make of my platings?
They were strong, sure, but not unbeatable. And also, disgusting. Starting with Fiore, it's disgusting what you're doing and you should stop.
See, out of all three of you, I feel it is Monsieur Revra who gets it most.
Ulrich feels disgusted.
Perfect soldier. What does this word mean? Perfect. I have created many good soldiers, and all have died by the dozens or hundreds in the arena. Great soldiers. Some of my finest works have been nearly unstoppable, but nearly is not perfect. I have been pursuing perfection for far too long, and the samples I am left to work with here in the vaults.
And as they kind of slither a little bit, they go up to that screaming Morlock head and stroke it fondly.
They are, how you say, subpar, no? The product of centuries of close circle breeding of mortals, and the less than ideal mutants of the underground. You know, I had to spend months training up that foolish, what is his name? The sweaty one with the small brain. That is how desperate I got. Working with a sauna-addicted musclehead. Certainly, it was no better when the devils below collapsed the way into the underworld, where we had been getting better things, but now we were trapped for the last 2 years with nothing to work on but morlocks and drunkards. Apologies, I lost my temper briefly. Yes, I've started experimenting with fleshwarps that can breach the surface, digging through the earth with tendrils like fungus so that they could self-replicate. But I was not intending on attacking the surface for no reason. I was trying to dismantle the Abomination vaults. If we had people on the bottom and on the top, we could rip it apart and get rid of this ghost walk, or perhaps destroy the way back down, but unfortunately, the devils of Revian are quite strong. We have something of a cold war between us, but up might be the easier way.
Interesting.
Okay. And what would you do once that's done?
Well, we would start kidnapping people from the local towns, using them for fleshwarping. It is not ideal, but perhaps it is better than more locks.
I wouldn't let you do that.
No?
I won't let you do that.
Of course not. In fact, now that you three are here, I do not need to.
Right.
You three, how long has it been now since you entered the laboratory? We became aware of your first day when you slew one of my researchers. I've been keeping a close eye on you all since. And I have become convinced you three are, how you say in common, magnifique, wonderful creatures. See how smooth your skin is, how bravely you run into battle. You let nothing defeat you. No, you three are perfect. You three are the building blocks that I need to make my perfect soldier. And once that is done, I can replicate you, and I can improve on you. You will be the start. You will be the building blocks for a new species. I am toying with the name Jafakans, perhaps. The perfect life form, built in the image of you three. And if you give up now, and allow me to begin experimentation without having to, comment dire, fight you for it, then I shall spare your, what is it that you keep referring it to as? Otari?
Yes.
I won't even send my fleshwarps to Otari because there will be no need. Nothing there could be quite as perfect as the flesh the three of you have, no?
That's flattering, but surely you're smarter than that to think we'd bend in any sort of fashion.
No, honestly, that is true. I don't expect you to. To give up would be a sign of imperfection. So, I suppose it is fated that I must kill you, no? Well, not quite. I won't kill you. After all, you're no good to me dead. If you were to die, well then certainly I'd just have to use you for spare parts, but I want you to be the main attraction. Reprogramming your brains to forget who you are. Rebuilding what your flesh is to create something stronger, faster, more intelligent. Making you the perfect versions of yourselves. So, I suppose I ought to ask.
And Jafaki starts to kind of crawl backwards towards the back wall of this place.
Are we to do battle then?
I hope you enjoyed your last experiment, because it is the last one you will ever have the chance to do.
Is that so? And the rest of you? You are content with going to battle with the Jafaki the Magnifique?
If it means I don't have to look at you much longer, then yes, absolutely.
We won't let you terrorize Atari. And if we have to fight, then we will. Just don't expect to get out of this alive.
Oh, that is the bravery I have come to admire from the Fogfen Few. Tragic that you won't be able to make these quippy one-liners when I remove your mouths. Now, we were speaking of failed experiments before. Why don't we meet some of them face to face?
And Jafaki pulls another switch, and those two giant stasis pods, which seemed to be holding these silhouettes, they spill open, green liquid flowing through the tiles, and two dripping, lumbering shapes emerge. Towering monstrosities made of countless different pieces of flesh of different ancestries. They are humanoid, but you see around its knee it has the flesh of an Urdefan. On its shoulder it has the plated hide of a Zulgat. Its face is stitched together from countless other living things. These are, for what it's worth, Frankenstein monsters, basically. These charnel creations start to stumble forward, letting out a groaning roar. And everyone, we're now going to roll initiative.
This guy sucks. He's gross. I don't like him.
They're all pretty gross.
Dice Will Roll will return after these messages.
My dad works in B2B marketing. He came by my school for career day and said he was a big ROAS man. Then he told everyone how much he loved calculating his return on ad spend. My friends still laugh at me to this day.
Not everyone gets B2B, but with LinkedIn, you'll be able to reach people who do. Get a $100 credit on your next ad campaign. Go to linkedin.com/campaign to claim your credit. That's linkedin.com/campaign. Terms and conditions apply. LinkedIn, the place to be, to be.
We now return to Dice Will Roll.
Okay, so top of the order is gonna be Jafaki.
Yay.
So Jafaki is going to move away from you all.
Yeah.
Now I know what you're thinking. How can they do that? They're as far away as they can get. They're against the back wall. Jafaki starts to climb the wall.
Okay.
And with their first action, they're going to climb all the way up to the wall and then onto the ceiling. And they kind of cackle a little bit as they get up there. And they shriek a little bit as they say, "Now, let the experiment begin! I trust that we will have most interesting results." And what Jafaki is then going to do is they are going to cast a spell on Fiore.
Okay.
And Fiore, I'm so sorry, they're going in with the big guns. Vision of Death. Make me a will save.
Okay.
Woof. That's going to be a failure, Fiore.
I'm kind of nervous about using Hero Point immediately, so I won't do that?
That's probably a good call. Okay. So, Fiore, what happens is, as Jafaki crawls up onto the ceiling, they point one of their tentacles at you, and they kind of shriek out and say, "Here's a little peek at the future for you!" And, Fiore, your mind suddenly flashes with gruesome visions of you pinned down to a table, your insides being removed by this mad scientist as he turns you into something else. And Fiore, you are going to take 8d6 mental damage.
Okay.
So it's going to be 32 mental damage to you.
Okay.
And on top of that, this vision is so disorienting that, Fiore, you are frightened 2.
I'm frightened 1, actually.
You're frightened 1. Okay, true. Your Aura of Courage, right?
Yes.
Okay. Your Aura of Courage keeps you from being quite so badly messed up by this vision, but still, that was so supernaturally strong that you do shudder a little bit under it. And as Jafaki's up here dangling upside down on the roof, they let out a cackle like,
Your mind is strong, but perhaps it is not strong enough. I will need to make some modifications in that regard, it would seem.
And that is going to be Jafaki's turn. Silk, your turn. So, there are 2 charnel creations, these awful flesh constructs lumbering towards you. Basically Frankenstein's monster. And then Jafaki, the mad doctor themselves, is hanging upside down from the ceiling, casting spells and shit.
He is doing that, isn't he? Pretty gross. I'm really not the biggest fan of that. I am going to cast... I'm going to use 2 action Blazing Bolt.
Okay.
And I'm going to hit both of these construct fuckers.
Ooh, okay.
22.
That one's going to be a miss against the first one, unfortunately. You shoot a blazing ray, but it misses by a hair's edge.
You know what? Yeah, I won't use a hero point. I'm going to roll against the other one. My god! Alright, I'm using a fucking hero point.
Yeah, unfortunately, that one was just even wider. But Silk, you're going to bend it back at them, so let's go.
30.
30 is going to be a hit. Roll me that damage.
9.
9 damage. So, Silk, you hit it, and as that damage hits it, you see the charnel creation kind of twitch badly, and it seems to stumble back a little bit, and it lets out a grim... It didn't like that much.
Gross.
Fire bad?
Yeah. Well, I'm not here for anyone to like me. I'm going to then... I'm going to shoot at Jafaki with my Nightmare's Lament.
Okay, go for it.
21. Fuck.
That is unfortunately a miss. You take a shot at Jafaki, but they kind of like, as soon as you aim at them, they stop dangling, bring their body up to the ceiling, and start squirming around on the ceiling, wriggling towards you. And unfortunately, you hit just one of the weird hanging lights from the ceiling instead, and you just hear in your head, bad. And is that your turn, Silk?
Yeah.
Okay. Silk, that's your turn. Fiore! Oh, God, that was an awful vision. You did not like that. Oh, God, there's Frankensteins and shit in here? And a worm? What do?
I haven't done this in a while. I need 2 rounds.
2 rounds?
I need 2 rounds.
So, wait, so not this turn, but next turn?
I mean,
is that?
I would certainly love to do it this turn, but I need 2 rounds for it. I'm going to cast Inner Radiance Torrent.
Inner Radiance Torrent can be two actions to 2 rounds.
Oh, I know.
Oh, God. You're doing something crazy, aren't you?
I'm fully aware that I could just do 4d4, but I want to do 8d4.
Oh, dear. Okay. So, Fiore, describe to me how this looks, because Inner Radiance Torrent is a spell you can charge over 2 rounds, right? And when that happens, it's kind of like, you're kind of like Dragon Ball powering up. Describe this for me.
I think it's because he's freaking out. Because he's not... He doesn't really think about casting spells, they just happen. It's like there's lightning crackling around him. Like magic and lightning crackling around him while he's like trembling. It looks like he's just scared. But something is happening. And it gets more intense over the round that it takes.
Okay. So you need to make me a flat check here.
Yeah, that's fine. 3.
Yeah, that's gonna trigger a wellspring magic. Alright, let's see what your wellspring surge is.
The world is amazing, you guys.
A 38. Oh my fucking god.
Smile.
Flight of Fancy. You bequeath the gift of flight alongside your magic. Creatures in the area gain a fly speed of 15 feet for 3 rounds. Now, this would normally be potentially bad for you, Fiore, because you would be giving Jafaki flight. But I think the way I'm going to rule it here is because you used the 2 action Inner Radiance Torrent, where you're not doing anything for the first turn, no one else is in the area but you. You are channeling it around yourself. So, I think what happens is, Fiore, you give yourself a fly speed.
Oh my god.
It's only 15 feet, but you can fly. How does this look? How do you give yourself flight?
I think it's kind of like, you know when you're watching Dragon Ball Z and somebody attacks you and there's a crater left and they're standing where the ground was still?
Oh my god. Okay.
It's like that.
So the floor kind of explodes under you and you're hovering there.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you're literally going Super Saiyan.
A little
Insert metal music here.
I'm always saying this.
Okay.
Pantera starts playing.
Fiore,
you're Broly now.
You are flying, Fiore, and it looks cool as hell. Ulrich, it's your turn. Fiore just started glowing and now he's flying. Holy shit.
Good god. Well, time to start buffing. Ulrich is gonna go with... I think Ulrich is probably gonna start with a Courageous Anthem first.
Okay.
And I think this is probably gonna be a buff turn. It's Courageous Anthem first, then a Harmonize.
Okay.
And Rallying.
And you're throwing down... I mean, makes sense, right? This is very scary.
Yeah, there's a lot going on right now.
Okay. Are you singing? Are you whistling? Are you playing? What is this, Ulrich, as you make
Ulrich
this...
Ulrich has his battle lute right now and is singing.
Okay. Ulrich, you start to play this courageous music that somehow harmonizes with the screaming Morlock head.
That is not intentional, but he'll take it.
Unfortunately, it's now the Charnel creations. The first Charnel creation is going to roar, come up here to this table, and use an action to flip the table. Each of you is going to need to make me a reflex save against the assorted potions all over it.
Okay. Woo.
All right.
32.
22.
33.
That'll be a success for Silk and Ulrich and a failure for Fiore. So that's going to be, let's see this, 11 acid damage to Fiore. That'll be 3 to Ulrich and Silk. But Fiore, you take that 11 damage, and the real stinger is 2d6 persistent acid damage. Silk and Ulrich aren't going to take that, but Fiore, you got... I think maybe, Fiore, you saw this table flipping and you got in the way. That's probably what happened.
Yeah.
You shielded your friend, but now there is this flesh-eating acid eating into you. And Jafaki kind of cackles and says, "My little lab assistants are making quite the show, are they not?
You will be surprised to hear that I consider these my most embarrassing mistakes. That is until I mix them together in debt."
And the Charnel creation that did that, let's say, and is then just going to stomp up to you with his last action. The other one is going to come up to you, Fiore. Stomp, stomp, stomp. And he kind of like gets in front of you, and he's just going to throw a punch at you. And that is going to be a whoop-pow. 23. Fury, how do cool guy flying champion dodge this attack?
I think he literally just moves out of the way. Like, he sees it coming, and he just moves, you know?
Vroom. Yeah, very cool. The Sharonal creation, angry, tries to throw another punch. And that is going to be a 25. That's a second miss.
Nope.
And now it is Jafaki's turn. And Jafaki cackles and crawls closer. And says, "Now, let's see what happens if I do this." And with one action, Jafaki is going to throw something at you guys. It's a fucking bomb! Jafaki throws a bottled lightning at Fiore. And that is going to be a miss because of rallying anthem. So the bomb explodes on the floor. It does not hit Fiore directly, but it will hit everyone next to Fiore, which is Ulrich, Silk, and both the Sharonal creations, for some splash damage instead. That'll be 6 splash damage to everyone. So Fiore, Ulrich, Silk, everyone. 6 damage.
Okay.
Everybody?
Yes. As this bottle of lightning explodes on the floor beneath you all. But this also hits the Sharonal creations.
Beautiful.
Except, that's weird. They don't take any damage. In fact, you see the lightning course through them, and they kind of like jolt, and you see their skeletons light up from inside. And they take no damage, but instead use their electric reflexes reaction. You know, you guys have read Frankenstein. You know that it's very much so inspired by experiments on dead frogs, jolting them with electricity.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so these guys do that. When the lightning passes through them, they let out an eruption of anger, and on instinct, they both lurch forward to try grab at Fiore and Silk. So that is going to be an athletics check against you, Fiore, against your fortitude DC. Fiore, that is a 26 against your fortitude DC.
Yeah.
Okay, so Fiore, that is going to be a grab. So you are now grabbed by this, by the Sharonal creation. And lightning shoots through you from this thing. You take another 7 damage. Ooh, Fiore, you're starting to look pretty beat up, huh?
A little bit.
Silk, you are going to also be athletics. That is going to be a grapple check against you. That is a... Oh, dear. That is a... Does it 30... What's your fortitude DC, bud?
I can tell you it's very much under that.
That is going to be a 35. Silk, that's a crit, I'm afraid. Meaning you're not just grabbed, you're restrained. And that's going to be really bad, because not only are you restrained, which means you can't do shit, you are held tight in this thing's hand, you're also going to take 6d6 electricity damage. That's 11 electricity damage to you, Silk. As basically these two things lash out and their hands jolt around you and charge you with lightning.
That's just peachy. This is great.
Jafaki lets out another cackle. I was right! This is a most interesting outcome! And the Sharonal creations rumble out as Jafaki takes one last action to, I think, just throw... I think he's going to throw another bomb, but this time he's aiming at you, Ulrich.
Okay.
This is going to trigger their reaction again because, you know, they only have the one reaction.
Right.
But he does throw that bomb at you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's going to be a miss against you, Ulrich, because of rallying Anthem again.
Bard.
So that's going to be 6 splash damage to everyone again.
Okay.
Jafaki just cackles maniacally as Silk, your turn comes up, and you are being held in the hand of this giant Frankenstein. This is bad. While you're immobilized and restrained, you cannot take any action except trying to escape.
Damn, that fucking sucks. Not even manipulate actions.
No, not even. Like, I think what's happening is I think it has you by the head. I think it has your entire head in its palm, and it's picked you up off the floor.
Not my beautiful head. That's my moneymaker. I'd like to get out. I'd like to fucking leave.
That'd be an athletics, an acrobatics, or an unarmed strike roll to escape.
God, you hate me.
A little bit.
I think genuinely my unarmed would be the best.
Yeah, probably.
Good lord. Alright. Fuck me. 20.
20 is not going to cut it, I'm afraid. You try to wiggle out of there, but it just clutches its hand around you tighter.
That's not good.
No.
I can try again, right?
Yes, you can. But it'll be at a -5.
There's nothing else I could fucking do anyways, right?
Yeah, no,
I can't
exactly.
even cast spells. There's no downside.
Oh,
29?
Oh, that does it. Silk, you wriggle, you squirm, and you kick into this thing, and it drops you, and you're good. You are no longer restrained. Nice work.
Fantastic. Hand of the apprentice.
Okay, shoot him.
32.
32, that is going to be a hit.
14.
14 damage. Silk, you shoot into this thing with your cool rapier gun, and it kind of just grunts at you, and your forehead furrows. That should have hurt it a lot, but it didn't really seem to.
Bitch.
Why didn't it?
I don't like it here.
It took only 9 damage, it would appear.
Man.
And as you look up at this towering monster, it looks down at you and it goes,
Ugh.
Fiore, it is your turn. So, you are grabbed, but you're also channeling up this absolute beam of power. You're going to need to make me a DC 5 flat check to cast. Okay?
Okay. 8.
That's going to be a success. Okay, Fiore, do you want to channel your magic true? Oh shit, it's a line! It'll hit both Jafaki and the Charnel creation holding you.
Yeah.
And they both have to make a save, right? This is because you channel this up really, really hard. Normally, with 2 actions, it's a 60-foot line. With 3 actions, it's a 120-foot line. With 2 rounds, it is a 120-foot line, and you double the damage, and then you enter a shining state for 1 minute, causing you to glow at light and deal 2 force damage to creatures that end their turn adjacent to you.
Yup.
You literally are creating a fucking Super Saiyan Aurora.
I am using the full concentrated power of the sun.
Yeah. So, this guy's gonna need to make a reflex save, right? 14?
No.
For the Charnel creation?
Oh, well, yeah, no, that does not work.
That's bad, even. And for Jafaki, that is gonna be...
Oh.
That also doesn't work.
That's a nat 1! Oh, no! Okay, so what happens is, as you are being held in this thing's hand, Jafaki lets out a cackle and says, You foolish selfish dwellers, do you really think you can stop us? And Fiore, you are inside the Charnel creation's hand, and it kind of looks down at his hand, almost puzzled, as suddenly glowing light starts to shoot up its constructed veins, and it looks at you. And Fiore, what happens?
Fiore unleashes his magic in a furious burst, and he screams,
You shoot out a concentrated solar flare, ripping through the Charnel creation and hitting Jafaki dead on, I think searing a hole through him slightly. You hear this scream out loud. It goes,
Dang.
Ow. So that's going to be 21 damage to the Charnel creation. Well, a little less, it seems. Magic doesn't seem to hurt these guys quite as much somehow. But the fire spell seemed to scare him a little bit. Anyway, it does how much damage to Jafaki? 42. You see Jafaki's health bar drop phenomenally.
How dare you? How dare you?
and that is going to be his turn. Or your turn, Fiore, even. You're still being grabbed, but you shot a massive blast into the boss monster. Ooh, shit. Fiore, that acid is really digging into you. And you took 14 of it just there. You're not looking good, right? Your vision is blurring.
No, I have 16 HP.
Oh, no. Well, you certainly shot through this motherfucker. And Ulrich, it is your turn. Shit. What do you do?
Okay. I think that Ulrich is gonna lay into the support role. He is going to cast 4th rank Soothe on Fiore.
Shit, okay. So how much healing is that gonna be?
That is gonna be 35.
Wow. Holy shit. Fiore, how are you looking?
A lot better, thank you so much.
Really nice. Okay. Fiore, that healing energy surges through you, and you let out a short sigh. You're not perfect, but you're not actively being murdered anymore. What now?
And then to keep up the buff, 1, 2, I don't know.
You get to choose only one this turn to keep going.
Right, okay. I'm gonna be keeping up Rallying Anthem because it seems to be working. And Ulrich is gonna hit the fleshwarp that's the one that he can reach. The one by Silk.
The one that was grabbing Silk. Yeah.
Darn. 16.
Unfortunately, that is going to be a miss. I think you hit it, but like you hit it on like a really weird rubbery part of its body, and it just kind of turns its head to you and growls. It's now to Charnel Creations' turns. Boy, what are these little chucklenuts gonna do? Mostly punch you, it seems. They don't do much except punch, it looks like. No, that's not true. I think one of them picks you up, Silk. That's gonna be a legs check.
Not hard.
27.
27 reflex. Yeah, that's he does it.
Well, Silk, you'll be glad to hear that it's going to pick you up, and then with its next action, it's going to throw you. Yeah. And that's good. Oh, fuck me, dude. That is going to be a 35. Silk, he throws you across the room, I think 10 feet, and you splash right into another bunch of potions. Like you hit a table and knock them all off. That is going to be, well, make me a reflex save.
27.
Well, fuck me. That's going to be, yeah, you don't take all that damage, I'm afraid. You take some, but it's only to 6 damage. So you take 6 acid damage as you knock these potions off, but you manage to avoid hitting a fuck ton of the more volatile ones. With its last action, it's going to turn around and it's just going to start pounding Ulrich.
Whoa.
This isn't necessarily going to be a very... Yeah, it pounds.
Whoa.
It fails to pound.
Yeah.
It fails to pound Ulrich and his supple skin as previously established in this session.
Oh, God.
That is an 18. It misses. The other one is holding Fiore. And I think what it's going to do is it spends an action to continue grappling you. That is going to be a 21. That is a failure. Fiore, you are able to wriggle free.
Yippee!
And as well, I don't even think that you dropped to the floor because you're still flying.
Did they take those? Did they take that damage that they took before?
Oh, it will take that damage because it's next to you. For what it's worth, if Ulrich ends their turn next to you, Ulrich will also take this force damage.
Sorry, man.
07, it's okay.
For what it's worth, this fucking guy, he fails to continue grappling you. He's just gonna start punching you. Whoop-pow! That's a miss. Whoop-pow! That is a natural 20. Does a 20 hit your AC normally?
No.
That is actually going to downgrade it to just a regular success. So, Fiore, you take a hefty 16 damage. And that is going to be the Charnel Creations' turns. We're back to Jafaki now. Jafaki hisses angrily and says,
You think you are so smart and special, huh? Well, let's see what you think of this.
And Jafaki slithers away. And as they slither away, they start going through their potions, and they drink 2 potions. The first one is going to be, I'm so sorry, an elixir of life.
Man, come on.
Asshole.
Yeah, it's using a full restore, guys.
Fuck.
That's gonna be 17 healing. As it chugs that one. The other one it chugs is a mist form elixir. They swallow this potion, and then mist starts to seep out from the cracks in their plating, and they become concealed.
Shit.
So it's going to be harder to hit them now. As they slink away, you see smoke emerging from their body naturally, and they say,
The wonders of science.
bitch.
Bitch.
Silk, it's your turn. Jesus Christ, what do you do?
Fuck it all. Fuck all of it, right?
Yeah, fuck all of it.
Oh, God. Everything hurts all the fucking time, man. Jesus. I'm going to move just a quick 5 feet this way towards Jafaki. And I'll need a fortitude save, please.
Oh dear. That's gonna be...
Oh.
That is a nat 1.
Ooh, that's a
Oh,
crit failure.
Jafaki, you unlucky boy.
Well, I pull him 20 feet towards me.
Oh, okay. So that's gonna be here?
Yes, just about.
Okay. You yank him directly towards you. This is a gravity well, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yank him forward and he lets it out. Now what?
Because that's my... I don't have any more actions. But, this... Would you say that this room is dimly lit, or how well lit is this room?
It's not fantastic lighting. There's like weird green glows, but a lot of it is from like the potions. You know what I mean?
See, yeah, you'd say dim light in an area of shadows.
I'd say there's a few shadows, yes.
Okay.
Quite a few.
I have a free action called Obscure.
A free... Wait, huh? What? Huh? What? Huh?
My relic goes towards light and wraps shadow around me, hiding me in darkness. As long as I'm in a dim light in an area of shadows, I can attempt a stealth check to hide, even if I'm not concealed.
Oh shit, okay. So it's a free action to activate this. You don't immediately hide, but basically the shadows start to leak, right? Yeah. Directly towards your... This is Zarmavdian's spellbook, right? Around your waist?
Yes.
Okay. Well, Zarmavdian's spellbook starts to absorb the shadows towards you, and you can now just stealth while standing there. Now, you don't have the actions for it this turn, but in general, you will be able to do so.
Smiles. Yes.
That's so fucking good. Okay, awesome. And now it is Fiore's turn. Fiore, Jesus, acid is still eating into you, and you aren't feeling great, but hey, you're flying.
Slay. I think he's going to cast Lay on Hands on himself.
Good call. So how much healing is that?
24.
24 healing, looking good. And that boosts your AC as well, doesn't it?
I believe it does.
Holy light shoots up and down your armor, make you glow golden as you float there. Your AC has a +1 for 1 round.
No, it's +2.
Oh, a +2? That's crazy.
Then he's going to... Well, I think he'll just attack. But he's going to attack, and then after that, he's going to raise his shield, I think.
Okay, go for it.
25.
That is a hit, just about. Roll me that damage.
14.
Your sword bounces off this thing's body. It doesn't seem particularly hurt. It only takes 9 damage. Seems to have a resistance to weapons, too.
He's going to raise his shield.
Okay. Your shield goes up. Jesus, your AC is jacked right now. You got AC of 32.
Just a bit. Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Well, Meanwhile, Fiore, the acid does burn into you. You take 10 damage, but the last of it has faded. You're good. Ulrich, it's your turn. Jesus.
Ulrich, I think, is going to take an action to move 25 feet towards the west table.
Okay.
Then it's a free action to let go of the loot, right?
Yep.
All right. He's gonna let go of the loot and bring out the hunter's bow.
Okay. It is, for what it's worth, a free action to, like, a one action to swap items out.
Okay.
So you're not just dropping the loot, you're, like, putting it away in your bag and playing the sound instead.
Okay, so then action to... Okay. First action is that, then... Next action is swap the loot for the hunter's bow and take a pot shot at Jafaki.
Let's see if you hit him. Oh, no! Ulrich, that would be a hit, except he's concealed, and you miss him. You shoot through the fog by accident. You hear Jafaki's cackling voice. You really tried to do that? You might not be quite as perfect as I'd imagined. I'll have to do something about that lackluster brain. Cunt. They're gloating like they didn't just get shot to pieces a few seconds ago.
Yeah, no. And healing like a bitch.
In fairness, you guys also heal.
Yeah, but when bosses do it.
Yeah. It is now the Chanel Creations' turn. And both of these guys, they're not very smart. I think the one fighting Fiore is just gonna fucking 3 attacks.
Good lord.
That is gonna be a hit, a critical failure, and a second critical failure. This fucking guy.
Wow.
I don't even know what to say.
So Fiore, that's gonna be 18 damage against you for the first one. Jesus. Thank God they all missed otherwise. But then, that's gonna be 2 critical failures. The first one is going to be something's broken. Oh no! Wait! You take 1d4 bludgeoning damage and you can't use this attack again until healed.
Ooh.
Oh my god, Fiore! How do you break his hands somehow?
Well, I mean, he could punch directly into the shield.
Oh my god, yeah.
Like where he has it. You know, like if you punch at the top of a shield, like it'd be like, you know, it's a little bit flimsier than punching right where he's holding it, bracing.
Yeah. Jesus. Yeah, he tries, but he punches into the shield, and you hear a loud crack, and when he pulls the hand back, it's missing the hand.
Yo.
And he lets out a roar.
Unhand him.
And... Okay. He's going to slam. Oh, he can't do anything. That's his turn. But also that's his only strike, so I don't know what he's gonna do. The other one, I think, sees Ulrich running and stumbles over the table that Silk was thrown onto. And Ulrich, I think he's gonna try grab you.
Okay.
And that is going to be a 27 against your Fortitude DC.
Oh, Fortitude, the thing that I'm good at. Hang on.
Said with dripping sarcasm, it seems.
Yeah, that does it. That does it.
Okay, Ulrich, he rushes up behind you and picks you up. You are now grabbed, which is going to make casting spells a pain in the ass. With his last action, I think he just kind of twumps you against a wall. That's gonna be a 33. Yeah, that's gonna hit.
Hurts.
He slams you against a wall.
I use
Retributive Strike.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you can do that, and you can use your cool crossbow, right?
I will do that, yes. Wait, let me find the... Here it is. Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Hey, yo.
That is a natural 20. That gets a crit card. Oh. Oh god, wait. Ventilated! That's triple damage!
Uh-oh.
Guys, life is amazing.
Well, roll me that damage, and we'll multiply it by 3. And Jesus Christ. That... You rolled max damage.
Yeah.
That's 30 damage to him. Jesus! Fiore, how do you do that? How does it happen?
I think that... So they're, like, stitched together?
Yes.
He knows a thing or two about sewing. And I think he sees a weak stitch, and he's like, oh! And he shoots.
And you hit right into weak stitch, and it lets out a wail as several chunks of flesh slough off its body. Ulrich, you only take 8 damage as you're banged into the wall, instead of 17, which, hey, pretty good.
Yeah, I'll take that. I will happily take that.
It is now Jafaki's turn. And Jafaki kind of cackles a little bit and says,
Oh, you sweet fool! Bringing me closer to you? Monsieur Wichelm, do you not know that now that I'm close to you, you have invited doom upon yourself?
And Javaki's going to spend his first action skittering around on the ceiling again. So he's kind of within equidistance of all of you. You're all within 10 feet. And then I think he's going to point a wand at you, Silk. And he's going to cast Force Barrage with his last 2 actions. So that's going to be 44 plus 4 damage to you just instantly as he unleashes a volley of blasts at you. That's going to be 14 damage to you, Silk.
Yeah, alright.
And that is going to be his turn. And Silk, whoa, he wasn't kidding. What's happening with your head? Oh no. It's the Sugati mind control. Silk?
Oh.
Silk, Fury, and Ulrich, I think all 3 of you are unfortunately now, you're all within his range. You're all going to need to make me a will save. Against his mind fog aura. That is going to be...
Get fucked, 33.
Holy shit, that's a crit success.
If that's not a success, I will hero point it. Smile.
That is a failure, I'm afraid, Fiore.
And I will use a hero point.
Okay, what do you roll, Ulrich?
32.
Oh my god.
31.
All of you pass. Silk, you critically succeed. Meaning I think you're immune to this for 1 minute. Fiore and Ulrich, however, the 2 of you are going to need to make these saves every turn.
Okay.
Silk, it's your turn. You're doing pretty bad. Let's be honest. You are doing really bad right now. Your HP, it hurts.
I don't know what you mean.
Also, there's these 2 giant fuck-off golems, and they're killing the shit out of you.
They're not golem.
You're right, they're charnel creations.
Oh, man.
Although once upon a time, their mechanics were called flesh golems, but they've been renamed.
It is rough out here.
Yeah. Remember, you can start to stealth if you so
I know.
choose.
I'm aware.
Which will make you... Yeah.
All of my third ranks are gone.
Remember, my friend, you have Drain Bonded item.
I know.
Once per day, you can give yourself another spell slot as a free action.
I haven't done that in a while, honestly, to be quite fucking fair. Oh, these 2 are in a straight line.
Yes, they are. Technically, he's on the ceiling, but I think if you angle it right, it'll work.
Yeah, I will angle it correctly. I'm gonna use an action to drain.
Hold on.
Action. Oh wait, it's a free action.
It is a free action. I want to warn you.
Mm-hmm.
Think about what happened the last time they were hit by lightning.
I'm gonna cast Fireball.
You were like a line, and I was like, Silk would notice. Silk would have seen them be hit by lightning.
Silk knows. Ritz is stupid.
No, Ritz has a lot on his mind.
Don't speak to me.
Okay. So, Silk, you reload. The way I've been imagining Drain Bonded item is you reload your spell slots with your gun.
Yeah.
So, that's cool. What the fuck do you do with your fireball now? Because you're throwing it at Jafaki and the Charnel creation, right?
Well, actually, it's a 20-foot burst.
Okay.
Oh, fuck. I don't want to hit my friends.
Well, you could hit your friends. Your friends have good saves, and your friends have resistances, and lots of HP, mostly.
Well, my friends are not feeling good.
True. They're a little hurt.
And that's a DC 26, which they have good saves, yes, but they could fail. Damn, I cannot angle this in a way that does not hit 2 of us. Oh wait, yeah. If I angle it like this, That hits all 3 of them, right? And also me?
Oh my god, are you going to save your friends by blowing yourself up?
A little bit.
Silk, you have 17 HP, are you sure?
It'll probably be fine, you know?
I mean, look, the other 2 have healing magic, I guess. Okay. Silk, make me a reflex save at your own spell as you try to fucking rocket jump, I guess.
Yeah, the way that this happens is that he just shoots straight up. Ooh, shit. That's bad for them.
Oh.
That's bad also for them. They just save, okay.
Okay, so Jafaki just saves, everyone else fails. Silk?
Oh, baby, 30, I'm fine.
That's
Half
a success, but let's see. Silk, you shoot at the ceiling and an eruption of fire explodes out. Oh, shit. 30 damage. Silk? How much HP do you have left from that risky little maneuver?
I've got 2.
Holy shit. You fucking clown. I cannot believe you did that. That's very fucking cool. Meanwhile, the 2 Shiloh creations here fucking roar out. In fact, the one holding Ulrich kind of twitches. Huh. What was that about? Anyway, probably nothing.
What?
But fire erupts out from all of you. From everywhere. Fiore and Ulrich, you 2 are on the very edge of this, and you're kind of staring in horror as you see Silk fucking battle damage falling to his knees a little bit, poking out from his hat, not exactly hurt, thank God. You see Borba going, Mr. Silk!
No, Ulrich isn't staring. Ulrich is yelling.
Yeah. Silk, you're badly hurt. Jafaki roars down and says, You idiot! Don't hurt yourself any further! We need your flesh alive!
I think I'll decide what to do with my own flesh.
Silk said, me too. Hashtag me too. Ulrich, it is your turn.
Oh, hold on.
Jeez. Oh?
That was
what
2
do you mean,
actions.
hold on? Oh my god.
Bitch. Honestly, the smart thing would be to fucking run away or hide. I am considering doing those 2 things. Honestly, I probably will do those 2 things because it's not very
Wait, you can stealth
smart.
where you are, remember? You
Yeah, I
can't
know.
stealth where you are.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Ooh, 19.
A 19. Okay. Silk, you dip out of sight and you are now concealed. You basically hide in the fog that your blade has created. And Ulrich, it is your turn. Holy shit. Hey, there's something wrong with your Charnel creation. It's like twitching real bad.
Yeah, can I move out of that? Is it...
I mean, you're grabbed, you'll need to escape. That's acrobatics, athletics, or an unarmed strike.
Oh, an unarmed strike. Hang on, let me check my skills. I need to check that before I do anything. I'm gonna do an unarmed strike. It's also gonna refresh the buff. Smile.
It will not actually, because technically you're using your modifier to escape. It's not a strike.
Dang it. Okay, fine. Well, unarmed strike for it.
Sorry.
Here I thought I was being clever. And
That's the rules. Oh shit!
32.
Yeah, Ulrich, you wriggle out of there, no problem. You are no longer grabbed, and thankfully you're out of the way now of the Chanel creation. You have 2 actions left. What do? You can run if you want. Might be a good idea.
Yeah, Ulrich is gonna run towards... I think Ulrich is gonna jump on the platform, actually.
Okay. At the back of the room, there's like a raised platform where you first saw Jafaki, and you clamber up there, up the stairs, out of the way. You have you're up high. Now what?
Well, Ulrich needs to refresh the buff, so strike. I'm gonna strike the fleshwarp that was hanging on to him.
Okay, go for it.
Is this gonna be with a -5?
Yes, it would
Okay.
be because you already used it. Yeah.
I probably, likely need to use a hero point for that one.
That's a nat 1. Not ideal.
No. 27.
27, that's going to be a hit. Roll me that damage.
7.
It barely injures this thing's hide, but you see him twitch again. something is wrong with him. Like, he's just started shaking where he stands.
Okay.
And Ulrich, I think that's your turn. You're keeping your buff going, right? Which one? I think it has to be rallying action.
Yeah, it
right?
has to be rallying. I haven't harmonized yet.
Okay, so everyone, rally! Yay!
Rally to me!
Defensive buff, yay.
Fiore, it is your turn. This is your last turn of flying, for what it's worth. You have that 15-foot fly speed. There's a Sharonell creation next to you. There's Jafaki up on the ceiling. Whoa, what's wrong with that guy? What do you do?
I am going to fly up.
Okay.
At Jafaki.
Okay.
I'd smite, but he's on the ceiling, and I need to get down without falling. So instead, I am going to just attack with the Rosa Aurea.
Okay.
Why did it do 2?
Because he's concealed.
Oh.
You succeed to hit him despite being concealed, though, and that is a hit. Roll me that damage.
14.
Yep, okay. 14 damage. Very nice. And Jafaki lets out another hissing scream, but, he's still going.
And then he is going to use his last action to fly back down and land. Are they still taking damage when they land, when they're around me, by the way?
Yes, they are.
Awesome. I think there's still, the effect of, magic around him.
Yeah. So I'll be 2 damage to this Sharonell creation and 2 damage to Jafaki. And it is now the Sharonell creation's turn. Fiore, I'm afraid he's going to start beating the shit out of you.
Well, you can do that. That's okay.
He's going to start punching the fuck out of you. Whoop-pow! And that's going to be a 28 to hit. That's just a hit.
Yeah.
That's 15 damage to you, Fiore.
Okay.
And then whoop-pow! That is a miss, and because he's a stupid hunk of flesh, whoop-pow! That is going to be a critical failure. Oh wait, this guy can't even attack you! None of these hit! He doesn't have, you broke his hand!
Oh, right.
He has his other hand, I guess, but gosh. That's his only strike, and it says he can't use that strike anymore. I'm gonna say he can use his other hand, but we'll say he's a -2 on all his rolls, so the first one still hits, everything else is still a miss, so nothing has happened. That being said, smash the floor. This one punches the floor, and there's an eruption of dust that blinds him for a round. And that's going to be terrible for him. And it's the last of the Sharonell Creation's turn, the one that was with Ulrich. Something bad is happening. Let's roll a d20. Let's just roll a quick d20, shall we?
No. It's not, actually.
Oh, fuck yes. I'm so glad. Hey, guys. The Sharonell Creation, he's twitching, he's shaking, and he buries his head in his hands, and then he... And fellas, I regret to inform you that he has gone berserk.
There's a berserker mode.
There's a berserker mode. And let me tell you what happens in berserk mode. A severely damaged Sharonell Creation has a chance of going berserk. If it has 40 or fewer HP at the start of its turn, it must succeed at a flat check or go berserk. A berserk creation wildly attacks the nearest living creature. Oh, fuck me. It's Jafaki.
Oh,
my God.
okay, yeah,
Oh
never
my
mind.
God.
I actually like this outcome.
Oh, fuck me! Okay, Jafaki's on the ceiling, but this guy is 12 feet tall, so he is oh my god, he's able to reach Jafaki. So Jafaki is looking at you being like, "You foolish fool! You foolishly think that you can outfool me!" As suddenly, what's that jumping through the air at him? It's the Sharonell Creation with his massive reach and his massive height that will be enough. He's going to use a Berserk Slam. The Sharonell Creation attempts a fist strike with a -1 penalty. And if it hits, which it does, that's going to be all the damage. So that's going to be 11 damage to Jafaki. Plus, oh, it's bludgeoning. He has a resistance 10 to bludgeoning damage because he's all squishy. That's fun. He only takes 1 damage from it. Say hello to an extra 1d6 though. From Berserker Slam. That's another 1 damage. Takes 2 damage, it's fine.
Damn.
That's not really the main attraction here. No, the main attraction is is knocked prone.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Jafaki falls and it hits the floor with a squelch. That is 20 fall damage as he hits the floor and lets it up. And you see his wormy body kind of squirm up, mist emanating from him, and he looks up at his monstrous creation with wild eyes and says, "No, no, I created you!" And unfortunately, that's not going to stop the Sharonel creation, who roars and goes for another Berserker Slam. That is going to be another... That one is a miss, but the last one... Oh, that's a crit fail, bud. Oh, I'm sorry, Sharonel creation. Oh, he slowed one until the end of his next turn. Okay. So I have one less action next turn. That's fine. Looks like he's taking it out on Jafaki, though. And Jafaki, unfortunately, is in some serious pain. Indeed, let's turn to Jafaki now, shall we? It is his turn. Jafaki is badly hurt. Like, badly hurt. And he's already drank his potion, so he's quite upset. He is going to run away from the Sharonel creation. He's going to skitter past you, Silk. He is getting away from the Sharonel creation angrily. Wait. Ooh. Oh, thank God Silk already hit that table, because that was what he fell on, and he would have taken a load more. Oh dear, what happens here? They turn to you with mad eyes, and they say, "You know, most people here would consider fleeing, but I can't abandon my life's work. Not now. I either win or I die victorious." And with his last action, he's gonna cast Confusion on you, Silk. You need to make me a will save.
Okay.
In fact, all of you need to make me a will save. Silk against a Confusion spell, Fiore and Ulrich. Well, actually, Ulrich, you're out of range of their mind fog.
Oh, okay. Whew.
Not bad.
Did you flat check before you did that?
It doesn't matter. It's not an attack roll. It is a will save.
What
It's
the
same
fuck?
reason that-
It's other effect too.
You spell. No, you use these. You use your spells on Jafaki, and he didn't have to make a flat check.
Fuck you.
Fuck you. Oh dear. Yeah, Fiore, that's not going to pass, I'm afraid.
Woo! Fuck you anyways. 33.
Success for Silk. Silk, you are going to be stunned one as words start to bubble out of your lips, and you are unfortunately going to lose an action on your next turn.
Man, what the fuck?
Hey, it's better than being confused. Trust me. If you get confused around Jafaki, game over. Well, not game over, but it's definitely not great. Speaking of, Fiore, that is against his mind fog, going to be a failure.
Okay.
You are confused for one round.
Okay.
And what he's going to do is he's going to look towards you, Fiore, and realize that you've fallen for his mind control. And he points and cackles and says, "Yes, Monsieur Sancheser, you will do my bidding. You will knock out Monsieur Witchelm and drag him into my stasis pods. You must do this. Your mind belongs to moi." And Fiore, we're going to get to that in a second. We'll see. But it is now Jafaki's turn. With his last action, he skitters away. So he skittered, he cast Confuse, and he's used his reaction to try and mind control you, Fiore.
Okay.
Silk, it's your turn. You see Fiore twitching and turning towards you. You're stunned. You have 2 actions this round. If Fiore gets you, you don't know what's going to happen. What do you do?
I have some questions about the room, Derry.
That's a terrifying phrase to be asked.
So, down here, what is this exactly, right? I don't remember.
Oh, the giant machine?
Yeah.
It seems to be a big alchemical machine of some sort. You see, like, potions.
Right,
you see,
right.
like, glowing tubes and shit.
Right.
The Morlock head.
Right. Would you say any of that would be possible to stand on?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
So I cast Translocate.
Listen to me, you son of a bitch. You might have gotten away this time. You might have gotten away from me this time, but one day I'll fucking get you. I'm gonna fucking get you.
You can try it, you Irish son of a bitch. I will never let you fucking catch me.
Fucking cowboy scum, come get me.
This Yankee's gonna beat your ass.
God.
Silk, you teleport across the room atop a bunch of machinery out of reach of Fiore.
Love you. You're not getting me.
That's your turn, huh?
Yup, that's all I can do.
Well, Jafaki's head flips to follow you, and he says, "Oh, me tabernacle!" And that's gonna be your turn, huh?
Yep, he's safe up here.
Okay, Ulrich, it's your turn. Jesus Christ. Well, good news. The Charnel creation is... Ooh, it is turning to eye up Fiore, because Fiore is now the closest. That's not great. Listening is rampaging. It's just trashing at whatever is closest. You could use that to your advantage if you're lucky. Fiore, however, you see his eyes are glazing over a pale green. His jaw has gone slack, and he's kind of zombie shuffling in time to Jafaki's command. Also, there's another giant one there that's gonna fucking start punching people. What do you do?
Is there a way to get to help Fiore snap out of it?
Throw some water on him.
Do you want to make me a quick occultism or bardic lore check or nature, I guess, to see if you can figure out the way around us?
Nature it is.
Okay, you've heard of creatures being confused before, right? When their mind is no longer their own. You know that if you stun them a little bit, they will have a flat check that they can try to end their confusion. So, what you think might help Fiore is throwing something at him, like doing as minimal damage as possible, because obviously you don't want to hurt him, but doing any amount of damage to him will potentially snap him out.
Slap him.
You get a free flat check.
Just remember, I need help also.
Yeah, I'm hovering over Fiore's token right now. I don't know about damaging. That doesn't sound like a good idea.
Well, I would say you could pick up like a rock and hurl at him for 1 damage.
Okay.
Right. Like there's like little pieces of stuff you could like at him.
Okay, yeah, I think Ulrich might maybe kick a pebble towards Fiore. Just try to knock some sense back into him or something.
Okay, I want you to make me a ranged strike, please.
Okay. That could just be like a range unarmed, right? Or like an unarmed strike.
Yep.
24.
Yeah. Okay, that is gonna be a hit. Because he's no longer got all his massive buffs on his AC, and he is off guard. That's gonna be 1 damage. Fiore, roll me a d20.
Okay.
That's gonna be a failure unless you would like to use a hero point.
I'll use a hero point. 19.
Ulrich and Fiore, describe to me how you break Jafaki's mind control with a pebble.
So there's a lot of rubble around. So,
yeah. I mean, there was a fucking explosion here.
Yeah, so Ulrich, looking at his bow, decides, I'm not gonna shoot my friend. I'm just gonna kick a rock. And just fucking soccer style lines it up from a corner kick and just goes to town. Apparently Ulrich has strong legs.
Yeah, well, Ulrich, as you fucking kick this pebble and it hits Fiore, I think maybe like just in the horn or something, Fiore, you're like, ow, and then you're like, what the fuck? Ah! Because you saw yourself marching towards Ulrich with your scimitar, and you catch yourself and you're good. You are no longer confused.
Good lord.
How are you doing, bud?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Well, Ulrich, you have 2 actions left. What do you do?
Is Jafaki still concealed?
Yep, he's still concealed. It lasts for a minute, unfortunately.
Okay.
But any spells that require saves will not be affected by conceal. You only have the 1 action left, though, so...
Oh, right, because I did the roll. Okay. The other guy will only attack anything that's close to it.
Yeah. So Fiore needs to get the fuck out of the way.
Yeah.
You know that much.
I think Ulrich is going to try for the attempted pot shot at Jafaki.
Okay, go for it.
So it'll be at a -5, right? Because of the pebble?
Yep.
Damn it. 18.
That is unfortunately going to be a miss. Your arrow surges through the fog, and Jafaki lets out another cruel cackle. And I don't think he's noticed that Fiore is free yet. He says, Monsieur Wichel may be free, but now Monsieur Sunchaser Slice Monsieur Evra down to size. And Monsieur Sunchaser, it's your turn. There's a berserk monster over there that's charging in you and the other creation's direction. You are no longer mind controlled. Jafaki sucks balls. What do you do?
Fiore is going to use one action to use his last lay on hands that he can to use his second lay on hands. He's using his last focus point because he has 17 HP.
Okay.
And I would like to not be on 17 HP.
Okay, your AC's jacked now for a second.
Okay. And then he's going to use his second action to... Is he still on the ceiling?
No, he's hit the floor.
Okay. Then Fiore is going to sprint past the Charnel Creation and towards Jafaki.
So I will say, as you get next to him, I'm going to point out you are next to a table covered in potions and acids. You can either strike Jafaki or you can use an action to flip the table at him.
I'll do that. Is that athletics?
No, it's just an action to... And then he has to make a save against all the potions that are going to hit him and start hurting him.
I think that he's going to take an action and I think he kicks the table over. Like he sprints and I think he sprints into it actually. You know?
Oh my god. Yeah, that's so good. Okay. You slam into this table and potions fly everywhere. He has to make a save against it. That is going to be... Oh dear. That is going to be a failure. He's going to take... Oh dear. That's going to be 19 electric damage and 6 electric splash damage. Oh my god. Fiore, as you rush over, kicking the table, the fucking potions explode out. Acid, electricity, fire, all of it. And they slam into Jafaki's body. Jafaki turns to you and he genuinely looks surprised. You were supposed to be under his control. You were supposed to be his minion. And yet, as these potions slam into him and start melting his flesh down to the very sinewy center that makes up his worm-like body, he lets out a final scream. And with that, Jafaki is slain!
You can't control me. You can't control my friends. And you can't control anyone else ever again.
Great news. It's the Charnel Creation's turn. This one's blind, so he just starts punching in random directions, but there's no one near him. It's the other Charnel Creation's turn. It's running up, and it starts beating the shit out of him with his one action on this turn. Whoop-pow!
It's like, how can I go for?
Oh my god.
A 30, that's a hit. 2d10 plus 5 bludgeoning damage.
Oh my god.
20 bludgeoning damage.
Holy shit.
God.
Silk, it's your turn.
No, I don't think any of us should do anything. We should let this
Yeah, you guys wanna, take ref.
I sit and I watch on top of the alchemy machine.
Yeah, do you guys want to take a backseat and watch these two monsters just rip each other to shreds? Because that seems to be what happens.
Absolutely.
The blind one doesn't know what's happening.
Fiore very carefully is going around the table. He's like, mm-mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't need to get involved. It's fine.
Well, I think we can summarize the rest of this combat as the two Charnel creations brawling into each other. One is missing a hand and is barely able to fight. The other is in a rampaging state, but on much lower HP. So I think it's pretty fair to say that by the end of it, they do both just absolutely devastate one another. And all that's left after a few minutes are twitching piles of flesh. The last piles of flesh you'll hopefully have to see for some time. Holy shit, combat is over. How are you guys doing?
Pretty bad.
Alive.
Yeah, that was a lot.
Silk is like on top of I think that he's like sitting on top of these like high up pipes. And like his like boots are dangling down from them, and his like skirt's all burnt up, his hat's all fucked up.
Borbo is slightly on fire.
He's got burnt hair, and he just like very weakly is like, "Is it over? Are they both dead?"
Yeah.
Oh.
I'll heal you guys and Ulrich if you could help, because I need time. I need time to
Yeah, sure.
Ricky, can you help me down?
Yeah, I got you.
Lord.
For what it's worth, you are right next to the fucking screaming Morlock head. You see this shit on the map? Look at this shit.
Oh, yeah, I can see it.
Oh my god. Oh!
Yeah, it's bad, dude. There's like dissected monsters on the walls, and there is a screaming Morlock head. It's still screaming.
Some Gillenane shit.
Oh god. It's screaming, and Silk does like a romantic jump into Ulrich's arms, and it's just like still screaming.
How are you guys doing?
That wasn't the soundest plan on my end. But at least it's over.
We're in the moment sometimes.
Silk just completely slumps over Ulrich. He's done.
Ulrich pats Silk on the back, and in doing so, casts a... What rank do I have? Okay, I'm out of 4th rank. 3rd rank suit spell.
Yeah. You guys, unfortunately, have been working very hard.
Fury's like, I'm gonna see if this stupid lab has healing potions.
Please.
So that is 32 healing.
Oh, mama. Thank you. Silk just sighs. He's gonna stay here for a while.
As you look around, Fiore, because you're kind of doing that while I see you looking around the map. You do find that there are some things around here. Throughout the laboratory, there is a fair amount of loot. A superb repair kit, an expanded alchemist slab, an expanded healer's tool, a crafter's eyepiece, and a moderate anti-plague.
Cool.
Some of these could be worth a pretty penny.
Yeah.
If you wanted, you could drag these back to town.
Yeah. I do not plan on getting in any more fights today, so that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, you cleared out the laboratory. You did it. You stopped the impending fleshwarp invasion, and the people in the tavern are going to be able to live here in peace.
Hooray! It says something about KK that I saw the alchemist lab, and I was like, oh, I'll give that to KK's character automatically. Because I was like, oh, well, clearly.
These do basically give a +1 to crafting, a +1 to medicine, a +1 to crafting alchemical items, and a +1 to repairing. If anyone wants those, they're handy to have.
Yes.
Otherwise, they can be sold for pretty nice amounts of money.
Well, I mean, Ulrich could probably use that for the potions, a mechanic that I have very much been neglecting.
I do need to tell you one thing, though. It is 6 bulk.
Yeah, this is very much so an item you would keep at home.
Yeah, like you keep this at home. You put this in your bedroom, and you make a really sick setup.
Yeah, this is going to be a pain in the ass to drag home, but it's not like you're going to do any more fights.
This is the equivalent of, like, a gaming PC setup.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to take the alchemist slab with you?
I mean, I will take everything, and we can just sell what we don't want. And if you want the alchemist slab, Fiore will take that back for you, even though it's heavy and he's dying.
Or you can sell it. 55 gold.
I think Ulrich would probably rather keep that because he could use that. But before he asks Fiore to carry that home for him,
Fiore is like, Fiore sees Ulrich eyeing it up and is already trying to pick it up.
Ulrich just goes up behind Fiore and says, "Before you have to carry that entire thing home,
What? Well, yeah.
Just give me 1 second." There's 34 healing back.
Thank you.
Regardless, you distribute these items among yourselves, and it's very heavy and you're all encumbered, but you'll take them home. There's one thing that happens.
No. I think that Silk might not be encumbered because he's a little dickwad.
He's not carrying shit, yeah. There is one thing, though.
Slash loving, by the way.
Fiore, at one point, there's a big jar, and I think you're looking in it, and something twitches inside of it. and then it crawls out. Jesus Christ, it's a hand!
Oh my
A
god.
hand the size of a dog!
Hey, oh my, he's immediately like in like that's a wolf mode, you know, like where he's got his hands in front of him.
It's wearing a beautiful ring on it, and it comes out and it's standing there. Fury, what do you do?
No.
It backs away.
Calm. Let's be
It
calm.
backs away a little bit.
Are you gonna hurt us?
It taps once on the floor at one finger.
One for yes?
It taps
Two
again.
for no?
It taps twice. It taps
Okay.
twice.
Okay. You're not gonna hurt us.
It taps once.
Okay.
It is a large, it's a very big blubbery green hand that seems to have been preserved in weird chemicals. It has a ring around the ring finger, which is very ornate, but it's been chopped off a long time, you know?
Yeah. Did Jafaki make you?
It taps once for yes.
Do you like him?
It taps twice for no.
Did he make you unwillingly?
It taps 3 times.
Kind of? Yes and no?
It kind of rolls over to make an expression. It's just a hand. It rolls back up.
Well, if you're not gonna hurt us, we're not gonna hurt you.
It taps once for yep.
I wish I could ask you your name. I don't even know if you'd have a name.
It shrugs a little bit. As much as a hand can. Although it does kind of crawl and taps on the outside of its jar. And it does have an inscription in Sakvrot.
Oh, he reads that.
It has a name.
Oh?
Hans.
Hans?
Yeah. Its name is Hans.
It's pretty good. I'll give him that.
Pretty bad.
It kind of just squats there. It's just watching you now.
Do you want to stay here?
It taps twice for no.
Okay. Oh god, where do you want to stay?
It just kind of stays there. It kind of like wiggles its stump, sadly, is the best way I can describe the motion it's making.
You don't have a home. Oh, Jesus.
It taps once for yes.
Oh god.
It wiggles its stump at you, tantalizingly.
Whoa.
Tantalizingly!
It's trying so hard to communicate some sort of message to you.
Charades is really hard when all you have is the one hand.
It wiggles its stump as hard as it can.
God. Do you want to come with me?
It taps once, but hesitantly, and then it wiggles its stump.
Do you want me to take you somewhere specific?
It taps once for yes, and then wiggles its stump as hard as it can.
I have no idea what the wiggling means. He looks at Ulrich and Silk and he goes, I don't know what the wiggling means.
The finger points it turns into a finger, right? It points its finger at your hand, and then it points at your elbow, and then it makes a thumbs up. Then it points at itself, kind of, and thumbs up.
Are you looking for a body?
It gives you a big thumbs up. Like it's rolling around with this big thumbs up.
I don't know how to get you a body.
It points down.
Like further down in the dungeon?
It gives you a big thumbs up.
Do you have a body down there?
It gives you a big thumbs up.
I mean, well, that's crazy.
And as you stare at this giant hand called Hans, words appear before you. Quest accepted? No body to go with.
Okay.
Hans, the giant crawling hand, appears to really want you to find its body. You have no idea what its body is, but it seems upset that it's been separated for so long by Jafaki's cruel experiments. If you bring it back to its body, perhaps it will be pleased. Goals: find Hans's body. Maybe bring it back?
Maybe. We'll think about it.
Rewards: hand.
Wait,
Huh?
what? Rewards what?
What do you mean?
The love of a hand. It'll stroke your face gently because it loves you.
Okay, but what if we don't want that?
Liar.
Okay.
I'm not lying. I promise you. I want a lot of things to stroke me, and it's not a giant disembodied hand.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Okay, guys.
your funeral, I guess.
All right.
All right.
You say some shit sometimes, man. I don't know what to say.
I thought it was
Kiki,
funny.
I'm scared.
Regardless,
jeez.
you have made a friend, you guess, in Hans, and Hans very happily starts crawling around the room. What are you gonna do about that screaming Morlock head, guys?
Well, Fiore is like leaning towards putting it out of its misery.
Yeah, there is a lever next to it that says kill, and it is dusty and has cobwebs.
Why does it have? Fiore's like, we should kill. Why does it have a kill lever?
This sucks.
I don't even. I'm gonna close my eyes and do this. He's like, I don't. He's making a really upset face while he does this.
Do you flick the lever?
Yeah.
There is a brief flash of lightning, and the Morlock goes.
Oh. It's like a
And-
fucking electric chair.
He just goes.
Jeez.
And thank God you feel Saren Ray's warmth on you. That was probably the best thing to do. The poor fucking bastard.
Fiore looks back with like the Samsung frown emoji, like the really intense frown. He goes, I didn't like that.
You can imagine.
That seems horrible.
None of this has been very pleasant.
Ugh. Well, I think. Well, we have a friend, a temporary companion. I think
Are we taking it with us?
he wants to go further down the dungeon. I mean, I guess he could stay here, but he's like one disembodied hand. I don't want him to die. I don't know what to.
For us, where Hans starts rolling around in the blood of the horrible flesh monsters.
Hey, man, that is definitely dirty.
It waggles a finger at you.
Ugh.
Don't disagree with a fact.
You would leave him in the tavern?
It looks a little cunty as it does so, for what it's worth.
Oh, wait a minute.
Ulrich looks like
Hey, this guy rules.
I mean, we could probably ask if they don't mind, like, not killing this guy.
The filth is a deal breaker, but I do like his attitude, so yes.
You like his attitude.
It's funny.
All right. You guys want to go back up? I don't think that we should get into any more fights today.
Yes,
I
you're right.
don't want to have any more fights today, thank you very much. I would like to go home.
Yeah, let's go get Dromai.
Please. Silk pries himself off of Ulrich.
Well, you guys make your way out of here, flicking on the lever that unlocks the doors and moving out. You take one last look into the laboratory of Jafaki as his corpse lies there, already continuing to melt from the chemicals you threw at him. And you know that you have saved the people of this floor from further experimentation by the Sugati threat. You guys are primarily here to save the people of Otari, but today, you did save a whole lot more. And so, the three of you make your way back to the tavern to teleport back to the surface and make your way back to the town. And unbeknownst to you, the real nightmare is about to begin. As we finish Chapter 6 and make our way into Chapter 7 of Abomination Vaults, Soul Keepers. This episode of Dice Will Roll would not have been possible without the support of our patrons. Nondescript Man, Roxy, Cell Ravau, The Protease Inhibitor, Acid Dialogue, River Supports Artists, Hello, Horrorfan 546, Lightning Scar, Dr. Caesar MD, A Potato, Derpy Gamer, Quinlan Boss, Princess Alavi, Emily is Gay, Meow Mai, Abigail Wallet, Knight the Werewolf Teacher, Actually a Bot, Violet, Kyle Damon, Soul Grease Lobo, Phoebe Jeebies, Lux Rexus, Baron Stormcrow, Tony Saunders, Mita, Arave, Motta Crawls, Varric Falcon, Luis Loza, Aries, Alexander Criswell, Skyly, Generally Tricked, Transgirl Trish, Baal Punyon, Matthew Wilson Krasnovich, Dylan Shark, Jace Snooks, Jonathan Love, She Barbera, Luke, Gideon, Simon Strange, Seth, Kira, Lichlub, Gizmo, Cass, Fable McElduff, Ava, Run T. Bright, Lonesome Chunk, Steph, Sean C., Natasha Lumley, Rhiannon C., Ellie, Jenna Mitchell, Kane Kendrick, Sky Evangeline, Triceratops, Anna Maria, Jordan, Emla Laderna, John de Beaucorder, SS66 Seeker, and Dame Valerie the Turd. If you'd like to see what you can get for helping us keep it rolling, check out patreon.com/diceroll. Holy shit, we've 69 patrons! Check out patreon.com/diceroll today.
This show is part of Poderation, the nerdy podcast network. From D&D and video games through to ancient history and books of all genres, we are a group of podcasts all about things you can nerd the heck out about. We are currently looking for new podcasts to join the network. So if you know someone who wants to take their nerdy podcast to the next level, send them to poderation.com to get in touch.